Hey guys, George MGR Performance. In the last video, I had shown you this engine right here. When he came into my shop, he had two broken rods, he had made a window in the block, he had busted valves, it was a mess. So I had fixed the engine with a new rotating assembly, and the first time I went to the dyno, as soon as we put the water inside the engine, it's starting to leak from all the lower head bolts right here. So only to find out the heads were cracked. The owner had another set of heads. These are older Dart Pro 1 325 cc runner that I hand ported. They were flowing 370. I got them to flow 405, 408 CFM. This morning I took the engine back on the dyno because another issue with this engine was that the person that had done an O-ring in the block, copper gasket, no receiver groove. It was all wrong. The way the ring was around like this, just to show you, let's say the way the ring is round like this. If I were to measure the protrusion here, it was 20 thousandths. If I were to measure the protrusion here, it was 8 thou. If I were to measure the protrusion here, it was 10 thou. If I were to measure the protrusion there, it was 12 thou. This is unacceptable. The ring, what I think happened, he probably did it on the milling, and the block was a bit this way, so the cut, it was not squared, and it was all wrong. So when I removed the ring, I tried to put a copper ring inside so I could use an MLS head gasket, but the O-ring, it was so close to the bore that as soon as you tap it a bit to put the copper ring inside, it was starting to break the bore on the top. So I could not use a copper ring to seal the groove. So I took a chance and I put the MLS gaskets directly on top of the grooves. So this morning I went to the dyno and everything was perfect. The engine did very well. I mean, as you can see here, it's got direct port foggers. Those foggers protrude inside the port. So just so you know, when you have a nozzle in the intake port like this, it creates turbulence. And I have seen on a small block, I have seen 25 horsepower loss. Like we're dyno testing it this way, we took out the nozzles and we put fittings, the engine gained 25 horsepower. So I'm just gonna show you one dyno run, and then I'm gonna show you the dyno sheets. Let me see, it's here, there. This is gonna be the last one. 5,500 to 7,300 RPMs. The timing was 39 degrees. I have just a regular 1050 Dominator. So as you can see, the engine was pulling the vacuum gauge there. It's pulling 10 inches of vacuum out of the vacuum pump. And it made almost, so I'm gonna go back to the dyno sheet here. Bear with me because, okay, so as you can see, the engine made almost 800 pounds of torque, which is pretty stout. for a 43750 stroke, and it made 940 horsepower with SR18 fuel and a 1050 Dominator. Now, it gained about 8 horsepower, giving 1 degree from 38 to 39. For sure, I would have gained another 5 horsepower going to 40 degrees of timing. Pulling out the fogger would have gained at least 20-30 horsepower. So very, very easily, and I was running 20 W50 oils, so no thin oils. So if I wanted to just show dyno numbers, I would pull the fogger out, I would put thinner oils, and I can see it gain at least 25, 30 horsepower like nothing. So like I was saying, this combo is pretty much between 950 and 1,000. That's exactly what it is. But the main concern that we went to the dyno is to make sure that the engine, it's sealing properly and everything is good and everything was perfect. So let's see one more time. The last pull, 5,005 to 7. You can check the vacuum gauge right there. The second line is 10. The engine was pulling 10 inches of vacuum, so you know the engine is sealing properly. There's no smoke on the breathers, no nothing. Full pressure. I'm very happy. Everything turned out good. And I told you guys, no matter how it would have went, if it would have went good or if it didn't go good, I was still gonna make a video and post all the numbers. I'm very happy I got to fix somebody else's mess and give my client a properly built engine. George from MGR Performance. If you like the videos, hit a like, please subscribe. I want to make 500 subscribers, and there's a lot more coming up. I think my next video, it's gonna be this one. Just came in yesterday. It was built by some, I don't know who, some machine shop. So the guy told me the guy went to fire up in his car and the engine just seized. The guy was like, I made a mistake, I should have came to you in the first place. He says, please fix it whenever you have time. I know you're very busy. So I always like to take an engine apart right away to see what's needed, so we know which way we're going, what parts we need, and give a rough estimate to the client what it's gonna cost. George from MGR Performance, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. I'm gonna keep on making these videos, and they're gonna get better and better. And from what I'm thinking, because I'm an engine builder, I'm a cylinder head porter, but I'm not an expert with making videos. So I'm gonna hire somebody and pay him to make I'm gonna give him the videos, the content, and I'm gonna have him put it nicely together with a nice intro, because we have a lot of interesting stuff going on over here. Like we do some powerful stuff, like low 4-second cars to the 8, you know, 1,500 horsepower street cars, real street cars that drive around every day. So we have a lot of good content. It's just I neglected my channel, and now I want to make it successful like the rest of my business. Have a good day. Have a good day. Thanks for supporting. Sorry, I'm not I don't have the best wording sometimes, but I try my best. Thanks for supporting. Have a good day, and hit a subscribe, please.